Hi, I'm Kenton Bifford, and welcome to the Art of Fatherhood. Today I'm looking at the question, will beauty save the world? I was recently at a retreat last weekend at Our Lady Seat of Wisdom College in Barry's Bay, Ontario, where we asked this question about beauty. What is it? Will it save the world? Why are we so interested in it? There's a quote from Dostoevsky, his book The Idiot, and he says, "Beauty will save the world." And in this book we have a character, here's the book here, The Idiot. We have a character, his name is Prince Myshkin, and he sees this, at the beginning of the book, he sees a picture of this girl, Natasha, who's absolutely beautiful. And he's wow, he's dumbfounded. He doesn't know what to say, she's just so beautiful. And then he meets her in person and falls in love with her, and she is so beautiful. And this beauty is put up as, at the beginning of the book, as the beauty that everybody wants. And there's many men that want to have her hand in marriage. And there's another guy, Roshkin, who's coming after her. And Natasha has to make some decisions, and she makes wrong ones. And you see this slow degradation of her life as she makes wrong choices and gets involved with the wrong guys. And through all of this, Prince Myshkin still loves her and still loves her and still loves her. And at the very end of the book, he's going to be married to her, and she ditches out on the wedding, and she goes back to this Roshkin, and he murders her. In one of the last scenes of the book, Prince Myshkin is holding the murderer as he weeps on his chest, and he forgives him for murdering his beloved. And back to the question, will beauty save the world? What does Dostoevsky trying to get here, trying to show us? First, let's back up a step and look at what beauty is. St. Thomas gives us 3 objective ways of looking at beauty. Now, we could say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, which it is, and that's fairly subjective, but there is an objective way of looking at beauty as well. The first key that he gives us to understanding beauty is integrity. Is the object true to its nature? If it is, then we begin to see it as beautiful. For example, a picture of a nature and a scene of nature. And the more detailed it is and the more how it looks like it's supposed to be, we say it's beautiful. Versus an artist like Picasso, who take his picture of the weeping woman. He uses her and lets her go and leaves her. She's left crying. He paints her and then cuts her up into pieces and puts it all back together again. We look at it, we say, that's ugly. It has no integrity. It doesn't represent what it's supposed to represent. The second thing St. Thomas gives us is proportion. When things are in proportion, when there's an order to it, we say it's beautiful. If I was to paint a picture of my wife and put her nose on the top of her head, we'd say that's ugly. Why? Because it's out of proportion. The order is messed up. And the third thing is clarity. It reveals itself to us. So when we look at it, we don't have to go, what is that? If we have to ask that question, I don't get it. What is that? We generally don't say it's beautiful. But when it reveals itself to us, that's when we go, and reveals itself to us, and we see it for what it is, what it's meant to be, we go, there's some beauty in that. So the question is, if we understand beauty along these 3 objective ways of looking at it, will beauty save the world? Now you have, back to the story, The Idiot, you have Natasha, who's beautiful, 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 but her life is destroyed. And yet Prince Myshkin still loves her. But is that the beauty the author is pointing at? Or is the beauty found in Prince Myshkin, who's an epileptic, who's the idiot, who's not very smart, doesn't have social graces, can't take cues in social situations? They call him the idiot. Is he the beautiful one? And I think that's what Dostoevsky's trying to show us, is that beauty is more than just the outward appearance. Beauty is found in the act of forgiveness. Beauty is found in the act of sacrifice. When we look at a crucifix and we see it, a man being tortured on a cross, would we call that beautiful? Well, if it was a thief on the cross, we would say, no, that's not beautiful. maybe justice, but not beautiful. But when we see a man who is God and who has decided to offer himself as a sacrifice for those he loves and endures his pain for those he loves, we look at that and say, wow, now that is beautiful. When you look at Mother Teresa, an old lady, very old, and kneeling beside the bed of someone who has leprosy and holding their hand, we look at that and say, that's beautiful. When you see Prince Mishkin holding the murderer and saying, I forgive you, now that's beautiful. And that is the beauty that will save the world. So now let's look at the principles that St. Thomas gave us on beauty. When we look at Mother Teresa, who's helping the person that has leprosy, it's beautiful because she is doing what we should all be doing, acting according to our nature, which is to be holy and selfless. And there's a beauty when things are what they are supposed to be. The second thing, proportion. Is things in order? Is it one? Is it united? Is it in the right proportion? And again, looking at Mother Teresa as an example, is it orderly? Is it right for her to be helping these people? Well, yeah, it is. That makes sense. And so there's again that beauty, and we see it in what she's doing. And the third one, in clarity, let's take the crucifix as an example. You see Jesus on the cross, and the message speaks to you very clearly. What has this innocent man done? Wrong? Nothing. He is sacrificing himself for me. And that clarity adds to the beauty. So we could take St. Thomas's principles of integrity, proportion, and clarity and use them to objectively know what is beautiful, not just cosmetically, but also in that beauty that will save the world, that beauty that's wrapped up in forgiveness, selflessness, and sacrifice. This is Kenton Biffert from The Art of Fatherhood. Thank you for watching this video. If you've enjoyed it, check out my other ones on my website, artoffatherhood.ca. If you like it, share it, and remember, always be faithful to your God, your family, and your faith. Semper Fidelis.